I'm Patrick Anderson, and I'm going to teach you how to sail backwards. So, why do you think we need to sail backwards, Paige?
Maybe if you need to dock somewhere.
Alright. Kristen?
Maybe if you overshoot your target and you want to back up a little bit.
Alright. What about you, Dad?
Well, that would be useful in racing, I guess, if you cross the start line.
Yeah. So, sailing backwards is a necessary skill. Let's say you're in like a big harbor area and you're sort of stuck in one spot. You could always sail backwards and try and maneuver yourself away. Because you want to be able to move as much as you possibly can in a sailboat. You want to be able to turn and have as much mobility as you possibly can. So, how do you think we sail backwards?
I think you take the drag of the sail and harness the drag characteristics of the sail by making it broad to the wind and then allow that to push the hull backwards.
Yes, that's really good. So sailing backwards is where you point your boat higher into the wind. So your boat, whatever point of sail that you want your boat on, you want to be pointing into irons or into the wind. So you have to turn your boat into the wind, and once you're in the wind, the crew, they will uncleat any sail that any other sail that they have, which would be the jib, a spinnaker, or something, or they'd have to put away the spinnaker. So they'd uncleat any sail that they have, and they would grab the mainsail and the boom, and they'd push the boom out so that it is backwinding. Now the skipper, while the crew is doing all that, they're letting go of the main sheet so that the crew can do their job on the boom, and they're going to steer or keep the boat pointing into irons as the boat starts to move backwards. So when you're moving backwards, your steering for skippers, it's going to be wherever you point the rudder, that is where the stern of your boat is going to go. So unlike when you're moving forwards, when you turn your boat to the left, the bow of the boat is going to go right. So it's just going to follow where your rudder goes. Now what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be doing, everyone, once they have their boat rigged, they're going to go out to the course that I'm going to set, which is going to be our sausage course, upwind, downwind, and you are all going to sail on that. And then once everyone's there, I'm going to have you each individually just sail backwards while I'm watching. And I'm going to pull everyone aside so nobody gets hit in the course and that. So I'm going to have everyone do it when everyone who's going to be on the boat has to do skipper and crew at least once. So once I've gone through everyone, then I'm going to have everyone, we're going to do a race. So where you sail upwind, and then once you're at the top or upwind mark, you have to turn your boat so it's facing into the wind, and you sail backwards back down. And then you're going to do that twice through each race. And whoever does the best out of 3 or 4 or 5, how many of we can get in, will be the leader for sailing backwards, follow leader. So I'm going to be driving my boat, coach boat, somewhere around, and the person that did the best in the racing is going to be the one right behind me, and they're going to be sailing backwards, trying to follow my boat. Now, are there any questions about how to sail backwards?
Can you just show us exactly how to do that with a sailboat?
Yes, actually I can. So, when you're sailing, this isn't the best example, but you have your boat here, and this is your wind, this mark right here. Your boat cannot always head into the wind because no sailboat can head directly into the wind. So you always want to point as close to the wind as possible though. So when you're trying to sail backwards, you're going to head straight into the wind. Your crew is going to push your boom out so that your sail is backwinding, filling full of air backwards, and your boat is going to move back. So that's what you're going to do for moving backwards. Any other questions? Now, the reasons that we need to sail backwards is because it's really useful for docking and race starts. For a racing start though, let's say you overshoot the line and you don't want to have to go all the way around and have to fight for your spot on the line again. because that take a long time and you might not get the best start that you want. So what you want to do is you're gonna sail backwards back over the line, because then you're still on the line and you're still slower moving. So your boat isn't gonna want to move forward again. And that is all for today. Let's go rig our boats, and that is my sailing backwards lesson.